welcome everyone. Welcome to Women
Hello.
Talk Fears. We are three women, three stages of life, motherhood, and a business, a roller coaster. Listen to this. I can't even get it straight. I'll have
You
to tell
got
you.
it, Tammy. You
Let's
got
try it
it.
again. Three women, three stages of life, motherhood and business, a roller coaster of laugh lessons, loud opinions, and it just might turn into a true crime podcast. And right now, it's probably heading my direction.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
I'm banking
the
on
love
Tammy.
of car
It's
view. Do you love
Tammy.
this? Do you love this? So I coming back from Michigan. My father passed last week, so headed up there. Come back here, and wouldn't you know, I'm on my way to go have this wonderful podcast, and my tire goes flat tire. So we got it repaired, and I got some Wi-Fi. So here we are. So we're gonna roll with it. Does that work for
You've
everybody?
been on it this morning,
Let's do
Tammy.
it.
You've
Works for
been getting it.
everybody? Just a little backstory so you didn't think this was the normal.
And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify or whatever, Tammy is doing this from her car. That's what
I
she is
am doing
explaining.
it from my car. So we have a special guest. I am very, very excited. Her name is Miss Amanda. And Amanda,
Hello.
she is if I'm getting this correct, is it Stickel Financial Services, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. And you are a fractional CFO and tax strategist, which
Yes.
scares me in one breath. Just 'cause it scares me. So, again, Amanda Stickel, and she is a strategic CFO. So, are you ready for these questions we have for you? Prepared,
Let's go
buckled
for
in,
it.
ready to go? All right. So, Amanda, I am curious, maybe it's just me. When most women hear the word CFO, they either fall asleep or break out in a cold sweat. I'm the breakout in a cold sweat. Which one were you before this became your life? Or were you neither?
Um, I would say neither, just because I've never been scared of the financial industry, but that doesn't mean that I didn't come from a not great relationship with money.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good
Ooh, I
one.
want to hear more
Yeah.
of
that
that.
is a good one.
All right. Well, now I'm going to tag on to that. Since you said that, what do you mean? Do you mean you were that spender? I love you already. I mean,
Oh,
let's hear more.
yeah. So I would say I don't it's kind of like a combination. Like I feel like my personality is a split personality, and then like my
We
my
love
two
split
personalities,
personalities.
like
Love it.
yeah, they go head to head. Um, and I think that comes from because I also like to talk about money mindset, but I think that comes from my money mindset of growing up with two parents that have different money mindset beliefs. So my
Yeah.
mom was very like frugal and like couponing and like very tight on the budget, whereas my dad was like, I want this, I'm going to buy it, and like just kind of doing his own thing. And it goes back down to like how they were raised and how their parents were.
Right. Hence
So
the split
now,
personalities.
yeah, and now
Yeah.
like learning about it, I've been like, oh, this makes complete sense by why make an investment, I'll do the fun thing, and then like as soon as it happens, I'm like, oh, the guilt and like the
Mm-hmm.
stomach,
Yeah.
and it's like, why'd I do that?
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned
That's a
from it
good
and I've developed it, and that's what I
Yeah.
take and implement with my clients too.
All right. So then again, I'm going to pull right back from there.
Yeah.
So the relationship with money can be complicated. And I do think having a money mindset, sometimes it's really hard to overcome, especially if you're going through struggles. I'm curious, do you have any quick tidbits for women who may be struggling with money mindset or just kind of a couple, frames of advice that you live by day in and day out that kind of helped you get to where you are?
Yeah, so I don't know if I have anything quick because it is a journey. I started my
It's a
like
journey.
personal development and money mindset journey about 8 years ago, I want to say.
Wow.
After struggling, like I feel like most women know this feeling of like that just heaviness, that burnt out, like just the overwhelm
Yeah.
and like even the bank account going negative and like getting financial support from like government things and like family and just trying to make ends meet.
Oh yeah.
But once I was able to start going deeper, like finding the root of those things and realizing that everything's tied into that, the undervaluing myself, undercharging myself, over
Right.
like over like committing myself letting the scope creep happening. So like I was doing all this work, but not getting the financial gain in return. And realizing that that's because I wasn't putting myself first and like I wasn't valuing myself, I wasn't trusting myself, I wasn't loving myself.
Yeah.
So just I think the first step is to acknowledge that. And then the next step is to just start to dive deeper into why you're feeling those things.
Ooh, we could go
And
on about this forever.
yeah,
Dig
Oh,
Yeah.
this,
really,
yeah, this
let's
is
it's
dig
very
my
deeper.
my
in-depth
Let's dig
jam.
thing.
deeper.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I took a jump and I was scrolling through Facebook, saw a post that was just calling me out. I didn't have the funds, but like I found a way to make it happen. I invested into a coach and like it was a
Amazing.
lot of crying throughout 6 weeks and that started my journey and now I'm here. It's a long journey, but it's
I
definitely
think
worth it.
I think we all do that with our coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
We have a serious session at the beginning of, oh my gosh. But Amanda, do you think your background or your story with your family and finances like led you to where you're at professional wise right now? Or was it
Um,
just an interest in the money?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
so
curious about that too.
I are you guys, did you guys have to do like a class in high school where like you had to research colleges and like potential careers and stuff?
No, no,
No.
not us,
Mm-mm.
not me.
I
I'm too
did.
old for
No,
that one.
you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I growing up, like I never had any inkling about what I wanted to do. Like it just nothing clicked in my head. Like I liked
Yeah.
office, like I was a total nerd. Like I liked office supplies and like I was like, oh, well, maybe a teacher. Like maybe that's like the route I'll go. And like as I got older, like I stayed the same height. And I'm like, I don't want to be a teacher because everyone's gonna think I'm a kid. And I didn't want that because that, goes into the self-consciousness and um so I don't know. I just kind of like picked random things and like just did projects on those, but nothing ever felt good. And I
Yeah.
hated school just because like it's very overstimulating for me.
Hmm.
Um, my plan, so junior year, going into junior year of high school, my plan was to have half a schedule because I was already advanced and like I had like my courses done. So I went to schedule my junior year and I was like, I just want half the schedule so I can go work, make money, do my thing.
Right.
My guidance counselor was like, nope, we're gonna fill your schedule, pick some college classes to sprinkle in here. And I was like, oh, and I hated him forever. But accounting
Still
was
do,
one of those
still do.
classes. Yeah, but it was one of those classes and like I was like, okay, whatever. And I took it and like it all just clicked for me and like I really enjoyed it. So I went into accounting 101 and then
Mhm.
more accounting classes, got my bachelor's degree in that and then
Well,
that kind
now,
of
Really
went.
how
good.
long? I'm
That's
curious.
cool.
Was school longer than the mindset? Which one did you have to
Mm,
work on more?
that's a good question.
Definitely the mindset. That
Yeah.
because that's always been
The
I've
biggest
always been
struggle.
very I, anxiety my entire life, a little sprinkle of depression and,
Yeah.
all that self-doubt and that's definitely been a big thing that actually led me to um it was a couple years ago, so maybe when I was 34, I think it was, I actually got diagnosed as autistic and like that kind of like
Wow.
checked all the
Wow.
boxes for like, oh, that makes
Yeah.
complete sense about why I struggled so much in like the peer
Yeah.
audiences and
The
Yeah.
social
Right.
aspect.
social
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's actually funny to me that you
Yeah.
said 34 because I thought, so I was thinking high school and I'm like, she's pretty young, so early 20s because you look very young.
Right.
Yeah.
She
So
does.
you kind of threw me off guard there. But I remember I took an accounting class and it didn't click for me because numbers just do not
Don't click
work
for
for
me.
my mind. So it's
Yeah.
really interesting how different people pick up on it and it really does click and you just get it. And I do
Hmm.
think that's true for different industries. So I mean, would you say now that you enjoy accounting as much as you did then?
I would say I enjoy it more so because I've basically been able to, now that I'm a business owner and I've developed my inner self and like now I can work it in a way that feels really good and I
Right.
can
Yeah.
support other women in the way that makes the most sense for them too.
This is
So just
huge.
like this
Yeah.
magical puzzle where everybody just is able to feel good about money.
Oh, that's
I love the
fantastic.
magical
I can
puzzle.
relate with
Yeah.
that for sure. Not the
Right.
money, because money scares me. Like, go away. I don't want to look at numbers. I don't want to deal with them. But
Well, that's why I'm here. So
well,
That's
There,
right.
right.
there are people who
That's
love
why we
that
all
and
have
people who
our
don't.
own gifts and talents, and that is not mine.
And that's why I wake up in a cold sweat when I think about
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. So we have
Have
people
y'all
like
filed
you,
your taxes?
Amanda.
I mean, just asking.
you got tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day, unless you have an extension.
I
So
have an
Yep.
extension.
Now you say lead with money. What does lead with your money actually look like day to day for a woman who is running a business? Or it could just be running a household.
yeah,
Yeah.
so the main thing is to not ignore it.
Mm,
Who
Mm,
tell me more about that? What does that mean?
So being aware of where the money's coming from.
hmm
So how are you making money if you have a business, understanding like the services and the packages and your offers, and like again, dive deeper. What are
Right.
you providing in each offer and package? How much time is it
Yes.
taking of you? What
yeah.
is your team handling? What software do you need to manage it? And then the home too, like if you have a spouse or other sources of income, like what does that look like and how much time does that take of yours in order to receive that income? And then also, because the income's the fun part, but also being aware of the expenses, like where's your money going?
Yeah.
And that's the big thing.
Evil
And that's what,
word.
yeah, oftentimes I
Budget.
have people come to me like, I'm making money, but I feel broke and I don't know where my money's going. And it's because they're not really having that system in place to track exactly where it is going. So
Mhm.
I
understanding
feel
your
attacked.
I
subscriptions,
do too, because
yeah,
that was
subscriptions
me.
are
That was
big.
me.
So
Kara,
I
are you
don't mean
fading
to
out?
attack
Are
you.
you fading out, Kara? Am I not seeing
Well, I mean, honestly, I feel like sometimes it's like the money comes in and then it's gone. And it's like, where
It's
did it
like, whew,
go?
there
It's
it
gone
went.
as
Yeah.
fast as it's coming in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, when you're making decisions, like financial decisions, do you look at your bank account balance? Is that how you make your decision, or is it kind of
Pretty
like on
much.
vibes?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just by balance and what's there. I'm like
and
not
Yeah,
how to
even thinking about
navigate
it.
it?
And so sometimes even I'll look and I'm like, oh, I forgot to subscribe to that thing, you know?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
so when you make decisions and you're just looking at that bank account balance, you're actually looking at money that's already accounted for. So that's
Yeah.
not
Yep.
what you actually have.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
having like a forecast, it can be like a budget, but like forecasting out, reasonably
Mhm.
predicting your income every week and expenses every week. And you can do that by looking back at historical data. So going back in your bank statements and gathering all that data and saying, okay,
Oh,
on the
that's
first of
good.
every month,
Yeah.
Canva comes out for
Yeah.
$32 or however much it is on a
That's
monthly
what gets
basis.
me, Amanda, is those little tricky little things like my
Yeah.
software. Like this morning, I had a
Yeah.
$40 withdrawal for Canva. I'm like, gee,
Fantastic. It's
That's
me too. Same
cute.
thing. Same
Yeah.
thing for me.
But it has been. I do know that I'm actually building a house now. So I have consciously had to make decisions with my finances, but I would
Yeah.
probably say the best way I did it. Best way I kind of viewed it was, as you recommended, was kind of a forecast. It was just kind of
Mhm.
looking at the big picture and walking it back and what I need to let go of, what needs to be temporary paused, what do I not need at this moment that is going to affect my family? So,
Mhm.
not saying that that's good or bad, but where do you see that most women make their mistakes?
Yeah, I mean, those two things would be the first thing that come to mind
Right.
is just ignoring it completely or just looking at the bank account balance before they make a decision, which is
Yeah.
better than not looking at anything.
And pretending
Um,
it'll go away.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are definitely the biggest ones.
What is the
Yeah.
most common thing you hear when women come to, or when anybody comes to you? What is the
Yeah,
biggest concern, complaint, issue?
two things come to mind is what I said before is, I'm making really good money, but I don't feel like I'm getting
Getting
anything in
ahead.
return.
Yep.
Like there's no money after I spend my or pay for my expenses.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is taxes. It's like how do I prepare for that? How do I not pay taxes? It's very hard to not pay taxes, but there's ways to be strategic and be prepared for it.
Especially if you're a business owner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was actually kind of funny that you said that because I had a client come to me and she was like, "So, how do I file for an extension?" And then she was like, "What if I don't want to do it at all?" And I was like, "But you have to. I mean,
You
like,
have to,
you have
you have
to."
to
You have regardless, just file, and there's payment plans too that you can
Yeah.
Yeah.
request the IRS and states.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, there are options, but that's part of the forecast too, is you have to throw in like, okay, here's my estimate for taxes every month. So that
Yep.
way you're not spending that money before
Before it's
it's
gone.
it's
Yeah.
Right.
moved. Just
You
yeah,
leave that in that little account.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a tough one to learn.
yes,
It is.
yeah. It's a very hard habit to build.
It is. It is.
Now, so if
Very much
somebody
so.
was listening right now who hasn't looked at their numbers in, let's say, 3 months, where do you say she starts? What should she do?
Yeah, so it does depend. Like if she has a system in place already, like a QuickBooks Online or like a Google Sheet. Because if you have something like that, you can like QuickBooks, it's quick. You just log in and you
Right.
update it, and the
Yeah.
transactions come in automatically, and you just go through and categorize them. So blocking off time is the first
Mm,
step. I like to recommend if you
like
can
that.
find a day every single week where you can spend 15 to 30 minutes
Mhm.
just sitting with your money and looking at your transactions and putting it in some sort of organized system, that'll be a game changer. You might need more time initially if you haven't done it in 3 months or a year. But once you catch up, and then and physically, I have to physically schedule things in my calendar. So I
Yep.
recommend that.
Me too.
Just literally block it off. Um, that way it's in your calendar, it pops up, it says, hey, this is your
This is what
money
we're
date
doing.
time,
Right.
time to sit with your money. Make it fun. Have a glass of wine or coffee if it's in the morning, or wine in the morning. I don't know.
I'm
But
trying to
make it
say
fun. Have
make a
some chocolates.
party out
Yeah.
of this, Amanda. I don't know if I'm
Bloody Mary,
feeling you on this
margarita,
one. I'm not feeling you on
You
that
are
one there.
safe. It's just numbers. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing
Yeah.
too, is feeling safe and realizing that it's just numbers, and it can't get better if you don't sit with it first.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
That's
now,
true.
you did mention QuickBooks, but let's say it's the mom out there who doesn't have QuickBooks. Would
Yeah.
it just be an Excel spreadsheet where she kind of breaks down each expense, or do you break it
Yeah.
into category? How would that look for her?
Yeah, for like home stuff, I use Google Sheets. I use Google Sheets for business stuff too, but I combine it with QuickBooks. But Google Sheets or Excel, tracking it, I think it depends on how you are currently with cash, but at like a weekly to monthly basis, tracking when things come through, having groceries every
Mhm.
time you go to the grocery store. So that way because
And then,
usually if you go like, at least I do, like it's every Sunday. That's when I do
right.
groceries. And so having that tracked, so you know exactly when you plan to have that expense, your daycare costs, yeah, having it broken out by those categories.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Amanda actually has a really good spreadsheet that I'm using um for my
Oh.
bookkeeping because I wasn't using anything. I have zero and I wasn't even using it. The spreadsheet makes
Mhm.
it so much easier
And
for
I
me.
think that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It really is. So I am curious, Amanda, when somebody in business, at what point should they use a bookkeeper and not be doing it themselves?
Great question.
Yeah. So again, it depends.
Mhm.
There's like when you start to feel like you can't keep up, or you can't get yourself to sit down and do it. That's a important time to start looking for somebody that can manage it for
Yeah.
you, so that way it is consistently done. You're looking at fresh numbers and recent numbers. That way you can make clear decisions. Um, and then it also depends to like financially, you have to be able to, it is an investment. You
Mhm.
can start if you when you are fresh, if you have some money coming in, you can start with a smaller, maybe somebody that's just starting out, or like it's a hobby for them, like
Yeah.
having some sort of support, and
Yeah.
then like
Right.
growing into like a better, more seasonal bookkeeper, and then leading into like somebody like me that's more like a CFO level that helps manage your business as a like a full entity.
Love
That's
it.
a great answer.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Makes
That's a
sense.
that's a
good
great
point.
answer.
Because I work with a lot of business owners who are at that point of okay, they're no longer able to do everything by themselves at all, and they're scaling with a team. They're starting to hire on contractors and all the things. That's a good point to make
Yeah.
because a lot of them think they have to jump to that CFO level, and
You're
when
not
they can
ready.
just start, a little bit
And they're not
at a
actually
time.
ready. Yeah.
Right, right. And
Absolutely.
their business might not even be ready for that full
Right. And I
role.
think
Yeah.
as business owners, we want to grow a team and
Mhm.
we feel like it makes it official when a lot of times
Yep,
we're not necessarily ready for a full team. We're not
yep.
necessarily ready
Absolutely.
for a
Small
CFO or a
steps.
COO. Yeah, exactly. So I
Yeah.
think a lot of times it's a mindset thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I hear a lot too is like people are scared to it's a very personal thing to have somebody come in
Yes.
and deal with your money because
Yes.
it's
Scary.
very personal and I totally understand that. But I like to tell people like I'm not here to judge you at all. Like I'm here to support you and lead you into making better decisions. Like
Yeah.
there's no judgment. I see crazy things all the time. So
So you
Yeah, because
mean
it is
you
it's
don't leave
scary.
us
It's
going, oh
scary.
my gosh, you'll never guess what this happened here.
yeah, no, very confidential. If anything, I'll go based off of the client's vibe and like, I mean, we're open and talk about it. And if they're like jokey, then we'll joke about it. But it's nothing
Right.
like,
You're
I'm
not
not gonna
taking
make you
secret
cry.
notes. You're not taking secret notes.
No,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
will never forget the first time I allowed my accountant in my zero, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so mortified at what she's gonna see."
Yeah.
I hear you.
I think too, because as women, like we feel like we have to be experts at everything, like we have to manage everything and
Mhm.
like
Yes,
know everything. But it's not the case. Like,
it's not.
I
no.
will
But
tell
it's very
you,
scary.
my husband is a business broker, and it is about 90% of businesses that do not have their books done, which was
Yep.
astonishing to me.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, I
Astonishing.
can speak to this actually, because I do the calls, some of the calls for First Choice, and you wouldn't believe the number of people I have talked to who immediately will say no
Because they don't have their book.
because they don't want you to see the mess inside of their finances. They
And
don't
you
have it ready.
you can't
Yeah.
sell a business
Yeah,
without those finances,
No.
yeah,
unfortunately.
No.
So it was just a side fact that it's not only, at our level, the beginner level or the mother level or the corporate
Oh yeah.
level, it's businesses.
it
And
is.
it's been about 90% of the businesses I've come in contact with who do not have their books done the correct way,
They
which is
don't.
detrimental if you want to sell a business,
And
detrimental
get
in
on a
general,
system. Get
but
on a system. Get on QuickBooks. Get on Zero. Get on something.
Something.
Because I'll tell you, the minute you say everything's on paper, that broker's like, crap.
exactly. Exactly.
Because they
So
need those P&Ls.
So you might want to get with someone like Amanda.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
Yeah.
speaking of that, now Amanda, we are coming to the close, but I'm just wondering if there was one mindset shift, if there was one thing that you would want in this episode to be really clear to our listeners, what would that one thing be?
I would say that it's okay to ask for help and to open up to other people, especially other women in business, because we get it. Um, I
Yeah,
don't think there's anybody intentionally out there to judge you. Like we're all here to support you.
Absolutely.
Um, and while it is scary, like they those investments into team have literally been my like best investments. Like it's
Same.
the weight coming off your shoulders and like all the chaos in your mind, you can share it with
Right.
somebody else. And like you get like a business bestie too. So you can
Yeah,
share all the business
absolutely.
things and not do it
Absolutely.
alone. Yeah.
absolutely.
That's actually why we're three here working together because over business we've become very close. I'm
Yes.
not
Yeah.
claiming
Yep.
anything on the financial end, but hey, the other question I want us to ask you real quick is where can women who are ready to stop reacting and start putting a plan in action or start moving forward, start leading, as you mentioned, where can they find you, Amanda?
Yeah, I'm most active on Instagram. It's I don't know
I'm sure
how
Nikki
big
will make
it is.
sure she
Okay.
I'm
will
going
We'll
right
get
include
all
now,
your
right
everything.
info
now
in
to make
the
sure I'm
We'll get
following
that all
you.
in there, but we want to make sure that if anything you would like
we'll
to
put
throw
all your
out, anything
info in
where
there.
we can find you, we would love to have people
Right.
reach out
I'm
and
looking for
find
her right now,
Yes.
making
So
sure I follow.
Instagram. Yes. Amanda.Stickel.CFO. And then also I'm trying to be more active on LinkedIn too. That's just under my name.
you. Love it, love it, love it. Well,
Love
this was so insightful and lots of fun.
Perfect.
Lots of fun.
So much
Really,
fun.
I love the fact that you really concentrate on the mindset and you really concentrate on the support and not judging, because I find personally that's where I would sense my fear is
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the
same.
judging, the not doing it right, the not knowing how to do it. So huge steps. Thank you so much, Amanda. As I'm having a coughing fit.
Oh,
Yes.
releasing all that energy, the negative energy.
Is this what you're doing to me?
This was
And
awesome.
this was
Thank you
Yes,
great.
so
very
much,
much.
Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you guys for
And
having
Nikki,
me.
and where can they find us to also get the
You
information on
can
Amanda?
find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Threads, you name it. We're also on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all the things. Kira, I'm sure you can tell about the website. We have a new website coming, so
Yes,
that's
we
exciting.
do. Actually, it is ready to go. I just need to transfer the domain. It is, but it is ready to go. And we also, for our network, we are going to be having a new hub where we are featuring our
Yeah.
members. So I want to invite everybody to come and check us out. You get one call for free. Come sit.
Yeah.
I think that you will, everyone could find something that they just love about this group.
And we have
And we're
something
actually having a networking call about
Tomorrow.
money mindset very soon.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we
Good.
are.
Perfect.
Yeah.
well,
So that would
Amanda,
be
thank you
good
so much
tie-in.
for joining us. We really
Thank
Yes.
enjoyed
you.
it, and I learned so much. Thank you so very
Yes.
much. I appreciate it. Kira and Nikki, would you like to jump in before I give my final tongue twisting words?
No, I just want to say thank you so much, Amanda. This was
Yes.
really
We've
informative. I
enjoyed
feel like I
you.
got to know you a little bit better. And it's funny because I know you anyway, but I feel like I got to know
Yep.
you and what you do so much better. And it really was a treat.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. We enjoy having Amanda in our mastermind group that Kira and I are a part of. So we are happy that she took the time to speak with us today.
Yes.
She's definitely an asset.
Yes.
So we are, you ready? Let's see if I can get it straight today. We are
Come on, Tammy.
three stages of life: motherhood, a business of roller coaster laugh lessons, and of course, loud opinions. And just might turn out to be a true crime podcast, but today we're looking good. We've come out okay. We're good to go. We had
We're
Amanda here. She
smiling.
was delightful. We're all good. So once again, thank you so much, and be sure to check us out wherever you get your podcast.